Hello, my name is Jesus Jaramillo, and I will be speaking about the security policy implementation for Across the States Bank. So, Across the States Bank takes pride in providing superior service and financial management with 24/7 availability from anywhere in the world. ASB employs over 132,000 employees who help support personal and business banking on mobile and online platforms, as well as brick and mortar. ASB is based in California and operates 17,000 branches, offering ATMs and other services as well. These services help provide customers with seamless access to their accounts. With this type of network comes much needed security. A large network like this dealing in financial data is considered sensitive data that must be stored in a certain way and shared with only those authorized to see the data. So, in this case here, we will be discussing cybersecurity. Obviously, a network this big that deals with sensitive information and finances really needs to be well versed in cybersecurity. Online systems are potential targets for malicious actors. This is because institutions that deal with finances and store financial data are big targets, and that data is usually comes with a lot of personal information like bank account numbers. There can be driver's license numbers, addresses, social security numbers, and sensitive stuff like that. Systems provide services for customers and end users. Obviously, across the states, banks does that. So each branch individually should have security measures in place, and we're talking about lots of branches worldwide, so lots of different jurisdictions, different laws that apply to each country. And then data shared during transactions or as part of user profiles should be secure. Obviously, these branches communicate with one another. Some branches may communicate with lenders, different types of other financial institutions, all on behalf of their customers. So definitely a lot of data sharing going on. So that data needs to be secured, both when being stored and when being transferred. Cybersecurity obviously helps stop hackers from gaining access to the systems and the data stored, which in this case includes accounts and other financial data at every branch location at across the states bank. One big problem that many organizations face, especially banks, is social engineering. Each bank branch is going to have someone or more than one person who deals with customer questions, new new um, new account openings. So this is an open door for malicious actors to call in and pose as customers, existing customers, account holders, vendors, anyone trying to do business with the bank. And their goal is to steal data and use um, the employee's lack of awareness or knowledge against them to steal that data. So, social engineering is a manipulation technique that exploits human error. So that human error can lead to a data breach or sensitive data being stolen. The best way to identify a social engineering attempt is to be well trained. So our employees must be well trained in spotting social engineering. Usually there is going to be certain cues or mistakes that the social engineer will make, and our employees should be able to spot that. Definitely, lots of questions should be asked. Identity verification. We do have some steps in place to do that. Some information that only the customer will know, like PIN numbers, social security numbers, stuff like that. Um, but that should be used to at least as one layer of identification. Often the target or the victim will be unknown, will unknowingly provide sensitive information, so that should not be the case for our employees. They should know very well that sensitive data should not be easily given out, but there should be some type of verification process, and very sensitive data should be sent over a secure and encrypted um, communication method. Phishing. Phishing involves the use of emails. So at each branch, lots of communication and business is done via email with our branches, between our branches or outside agencies or organizations. So our email must be secure. We do have filters in place, but user training to identify phishing attempts should also be a top priority. Often these emails come with grammar errors, malicious links that are obvious to spot, but an overworked or careless employee may not spot them and click on a malicious link, which leads to, um, in some cases, software installation that compromises the system, or even sometimes employees willingly sharing their credentials on that link if they are fooled. So our employees should be well trained in spotting phishing emails, as well as, of course, our email filter that is in place, and other systems that we have, like intrusion prevention systems and stuff like that, that will help in case an email does get through. Port security. So each of our branch locations has hardware in place that will secure data traffic within the branch or within the network and with the outside networks that they are doing business with. Each piece of hardware will have individual port assignments and security so that communication is still seamless but secure. Each device will be treated individually and will be locked down and hardened individually as well. This is computers, tablets, laptops, any devices that are used by our employees to conduct bank business. Security measures that we are implementing, IPsec data encryption. This will encrypt data that is transferred from one device to another, from the servers to our workstations that host the financial data that we want to keep secure. Encryption will be a very much used secure security method at all branch locations. Dual factor authentication, we need our employees to provide two methods of logging into a workstation. This is a password along with some type of uh, token that is generated by an app or by some type of device that we have assigned to them to provide an extra layer of security. Password managers as well. We want our employees using secure passwords to log into these workstations because these workstations host all the sensitive data. We do not want a security breach. And VPN access for any employee that needs to work outside of the bank, either conducting business in another city, in another state, and a branch in another country. All network resources that they will need will have to be accessed via a VPN software that we have set up and we have um, configured in a way that will be secure, and the employee will have all the access that they require. Those are just some of the security methods that we have decided to implement to harden our locations and provide a much needed security policy for across the states bank. Thank you.